They know that what we see in this footage and that what we see online is shocking and that it upsets us and that it offends us. That's why they give us marketing labels and ploys to distract us from the reality of what is really going on. I just want to start by saying that I wasn't born vegan and I wasn't even born vegetarian. You see, for almost 21 years of my life, I consumed meat, dairy and egg products. Now everything started to change for me about 5 years ago. I was having a pizza with a friend and my friend was veggie and I wasn't at this point. And I said to him, should we get bacon on the pizza? And he said, no. And I said, why not, right? Why would you not want to get bacon on pizza? I mean, bacon belongs on pizza. Can you even call it pizza if there's not bacon on top? And he said, Ed, I don't think an animal should die for a pizza topping. I said, what are you talking about? Now at that point, I'd never once really contemplated why I consumed animals. I'd not ever really once contemplated why someone wouldn't eat animals. Now 4 years ago, I came across this story in the news. It was in the BBC News. It was about a truck carrying 7,000 chickens crashing just off the M62 near Manchester. But what disturbed me even more was that there were hundreds more of them that were alive. And they were suffering. And they were in pain. And I remember reading this article and thinking how horrible it must be for these animals, what terrible suffering they must be enduring. But at that very moment, it dawned on me that in my fridge, there was chicken breasts and chicken thighs and yesterday's KFC. And therefore I was a hypocrite for feeling sorry for these animals when the only reason they were there in the first place was because I ate their flesh and therefore demanded that they be slaughtered on my behalf. Now if you get an idea and you put that idea into society long enough, it becomes a societal norm. Now if you keep fueling that societal norm over time, it forms part of society's culture. The Yulin Dog Meat Festival is an annual festival where tens of thousands of dogs and cats are bred into existence. They're mutilated, they're killed, and ultimately they're eaten. Why is it that so many of us in society get so angry and upset at the notion of a dog being hurt and killed, but laugh at those that get angry and upset at the notion of a pig or a cow or a chicken being killed? Why is it that we have this moral distinction? After all of these animals are alive. They all think, they all feel, they can all suffer, they can all show compassion and receive compassion, and most importantly, they all deserve to receive compassion. If you were naturally meant to eat animals, not only would you be able to watch them being killed, you'd be able to kill them yourself. Yet so many of us feel the opposite of hunger when we see animals being killed. We feel repulsed, we feel angry, we feel sad, we feel frustrated. We don't understand why they're suffering so much. How many of us would oppose seeing an animal being killed in front of us, but go home and eat fried pig flesh, fried cow flesh, or a lamb leg? Now the animal agriculture industries, they know that what we see in this footage and that what we see online is shocking and that it upsets us and that it offends us. That's why they don't show us the truth. That's why they give us marketing labels and ploys to distract us from the reality of what is really going on. I thought that buying free-range eggs was an ethical thing to do. You see, when we see a box of free-range eggs in the supermarket, what we do is we attribute our ideals of freedom onto that box of eggs. We know that that is a lie. We know that free-range hens come from hatcheries where the males are gassed and macerated as soon as they are born. We know that the female chicks are often debeaked and placed into barns where they barely have any room to move and where many will never see the sunlight or breathe the fresh air until the day that they die. A meal to us lasts a matter of minutes, but that meal has cost the entire existence of an animal. Now, the American Dietetic Association and the British Dietetic Association, which are the largest bodies of diet and nutrition professionals in both countries, have categorically stated that a vegan plant-based diet is nutritionally adequate, healthy and safe for all stages of life, including pregnancy. Our leading diseases and illnesses that are currently affecting Western society, things like heart disease, certain forms of cancer like breast and prostate and colon, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, dementia, hypertension, strokes, all of these diseases and illnesses can be massively attributed to our consumption of animal products. What is so important to note is that a simple switch to a plant-based vegan diet can not only prevent them, it can in fact reverse and treat some of them as well. Animal agriculture is also responsible for causing some of the worst environmental calamities that we are currently facing as a species. It's responsible for more greenhouse gas emissions than the entire transportation system combined. It's responsible for up to 91% of Amazon rainforest destruction. The United Nations has stated that to avoid the worst effects of climate change, the world needs to shift to a plant-based diet. That's not a vegan activist telling you that. That's not a vegan organisation. That's not vegan propaganda. That is the United Nations making a very stark and honest comment to people. So if you do not change the way that you live, and it is such a simple change, we will be the ones to feel the consequences. Every single purchase that we make as individuals has a far-reaching consequence and a far-reaching impact that maybe we don't quite grasp, but we have to understand exists. So the question I want to leave you with, and the question I want you to think in your head, is what excuse do I still have?